Okay, we have our first listener. So since the session will be recorded, I will just start. I will look first on Euro USD, what the price has given today. So there was this displacement in price initially, and an order block, as I posted on the channel. That was this was an 1 hour bearish order block. So the buy candle that took some liquidity and bearish engulfing candle that also broke structure, left imbalance after the move down. So I was expecting the price to tap into the zone, and it did so. Didn't triggered my sell limit order on the refined zone, but I will look for an possible re-entry on the 1 minute the price action. Yeah, the refined zone was based, I believe, on the 5-minute chart. Let's switch to the 5-minute. Okay, I marked this zone here. This was the buy before the sell that left some imbalance on the 5-minute open below. So this imbalance is still open, and yeah, I'm waiting, still waiting the price to tap into this zone up here. Now, if we switch on the 1 minute, the interesting thing about how the price is delivered, this was a trend line on the down action. So on this 1 hour the order block, or the 1 hour engulfing candle, this one, and after the down move, there was some equal highs here, some roughly equal lows here. The price took liquidity from those highs, retested these lows, moved into the order block, and went down, made another equal low. So there is a lot of liquidity below these lows here. Liquidity down. Okay. Now, for the use of the fixed range volume profile, it could be used also like this on this swing down. This volume profile indicators are available only for the pro version of TradingView. So I am taking the high and the low, and this is where most of the volume was on this move down. Looking at the confluence, let's just delete this one. So this is now the last buy to sell before the break of structure. This was a minor low, and a bearish candle closed below this low, so this is my break of structure, and this is the last point of supply on the 1 minute. So yeah, this could be also an entry point for the price to go lower. That's about Euro USD, and if you go just on the daily, yeah, this is the protected low for now, and until a daily candle close below this low, I'm still medium on the medium time bullish. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I will not look for sales here. That's about EU. There was some interesting price action on GU. Okay, the purple zone here, let's go to the 4-hour or daily. Why I have this zone plotted. So let's take another time the volume profile and measure the swing. So from the low to the highest point, which was this one here. Okay, so the volume is pointing to this zone. There was a lot of, the most volume happened into this zone. That's why I am looking to go long from this zone. That's one thing, and the other thing is just an idea of making liquidity on the top, and this move down took liquidity from these lows here. So I'm expecting liquidity to be taken from this trend line at least. That's why I'm looking for go long here. Now let's switch to the 1 minute. And there was a lot going on. So first of all, this was the major move from start of London, 2 swing downs, and then consolidation, the break of the first trend line here, making some roughly equal lows here, the break of these lows to take liquidity also from this low here. Now back again in consolidation. For now the order flow is still bearish here. This would be the first high in this structure that I would like to be broken for looking for longs. I was also expecting some longs here, but didn't happen. There was liquidity below these lows and these lows here. The sudden move down to take liquidity, up move to take liquidity above these highs, back down, and now the price is still compressing into I don't know, 20 pip range, 14 pip range, so that's a small range for GU, and Yeah, let's clean a little bit. These trend lines are of no importance more. So what I would like to see here is a nice move up to take liquidity from these highs, displacement in price, and tap back in to go higher. AU, okay, I don't trade this one as much, but the order flow is still bearish, and yeah, at least if we want to look for longs, at least this high should be taken. That's it for EU, or shall we take a look on a daily? Yeah. Okay. This is the shift on the structure on a daily, and this could be a complex pullback from the last swing down that was this one here. And if we take the volume profile also on this swing down to the low, order bot. Okay, that was triggered to buy here on GJ. Let's see. This is only demo. I will not trade live since I'm in the session now. I will go back to this one. So yeah, technically I was looking on a daily swing down, and the volume pointing to this zone, and now we have the break of structure here. So low, this was a minor lower high, higher high, lower, higher low, higher high now, and yeah, the volume profile on this swing up that broke structure. Let's see where it points. To this zone here. So it could just the price could just jump from here up. Check US 30. Okay, I will check US 30, but I don't trade it, so we'll take a look. Why this zone here? This is 4-hour OB, because this was the last sell to buy that broke structure here. And move that boss. If you go to the 4-hour, yeah, this is the entire zone, but the purple one, and there are 2 4-hour order blocks here. This is the last sell to buy with some imbalance left open that broke structure here, and this is the origin of the move up. So I will looking for buys here in this zone. Depends also how the price will be delivered. So let's go on GJ. This is the one that I traded the most lately. Let's start on a daily. Okay, this was this big swing up, and let's take a look at the volume profile also on this move. This is the high. So the volume is pointing to this zone, and there is imbalance here. So on the volume where these candles or whatever they are called are very small or none, it points out where the volume was very low, and it is in line with the imbalance in price. Okay, now I have this last sell to buy on the daily that is in a discounted zone, so below 50% of the entire move. And why I was expecting some reaction here, it's around the, or it's exactly at the 38.2% retrace, so some kind of rally, base rally. Let's go to the lower time frames, 15-minute. So what happened here? This was the sell. This was my yesterday buy from here to here. Then the price reversed. I would like to point out here another lesson to be learned. Let's move Discord here. And as you can see, on Forex, there was an analysis yesterday from Anir on, I believe this one, or no, Australian dollar. Australian dollar. There's another one on GJ. Just let me find it. This one? Yeah, GJ. Okay. So his prediction was long from here. This is on the 1 hour. Yes, on the short term he was right, and that's also was in confluence with my trade. Let's go to the 1 hour. So this was this zone here, and on this retrace I bought, and then the price didn't manage to make a sustained break, so the 1 hour candle closed above this high or this high, so the order flow was still bearish, and there was a nice short entry here. But I managed to, despite being wrong on the swing move, I was expecting at least this zone to be hit. I managed to make some profit. So trust your own analysis and trade your analysis. That's the point I would like to stress out. Okay, nothing wrong to look at others, but follow your own. Just let me put this one here if anyone wants to write me something. Okay, now let's take a look on this demo buy trade here on the 15-minute. For me, the 15-minute is the best intraday chart. The 1 minute is just for refining the entries. Yeah, okay. So, hey Jester, thanks for doing this, but GTG, it's dinner time for me. What is GTG? Buon appetito. Get to go. Okay. So looking on the 15-minute, we have the failed break of this low here, the displacement in price on this buy here that broke structure. Let's go on the 5-minute. So that's interesting. So this is the last 5-minute sell to buy that broke structures from this high and this high. And why I chose this entry for the long. Okay, there was a confluence on the volume profile from this low to this high. No, this low. I took the swing. I took the swing from this low, I believe. Okay. No. There's no confluence in the volume. Okay, that was just because this was the last sell to buy that broke structure on the 1 minute. Okay, so this is the last 1 minute. Sorry. This is the last 1 minute sell to buy, and the entry was a pending order. Just below the zone for accounting the spread. Okay, and that's it. The price action here during the day was also this displacement in price, and then consolidation, trend line, equal highs, equal lows. So liquidity, break of trend line, break of these lows to take liquidity, displacement in price, and step into the last sell to buy to go long. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So US 30, let's go to the US 30. Do I have it? Okay. Now, at this point, I would, just before going to US 30, no, I am paying for TradingView, Judy, but you can make a temporary email and use the 1 month free trial and then just switch the account. So until you can afford to pay. There is a, I will show you, there is a nice web app. Okay, it's called Simple Login. And here you can make an account and you get the free version with 15 aliases. And this works like you open an email account and you redirect it to your mailbox. And that's how it works. So you can make a new email, open a trending view account and go for the 1 month trial and do this over and over. Yes, the trial pro version is you can use it for the volume. Okay, now I'm closing half here. So this is a buy and I will do a sell. Half the position closed. Stop loss at 0. And the target should be at least these highs here, or above these highs to take liquidity from these highs. Let's see. Okay, now we can go to US 30. Whatever. Okay, Ranger, what about US 30? What do you want me to take a look at? The top down or Ranger isn't here anymore, so I can't answer his question, or I can't fulfill his wish. Okay, let's do from the 4 hour. Yeah, it's bullish and most of the time it just goes up. So the safe bet here is to look for buys. Don't look for shorts. And as you can see, a lot of the time there is a sudden spike down to take liquidity and then to test the OB to go higher. Yes, this is now quite an extension, so I am expecting I will not be surprised if there will be some bullish action down. That's it about US 30. There's nothing more to say. Judy, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. If not, I will close this session and upload the video. Yes, of course. So the volume profile, let's look at some examples that worked. So I use it for confluence. Confluence means something like this, okay? So let's go on Euro USD. So this is the last daily swing down that broke structure. And if we apply the volume profile on this one, on the swing, so from the high to the low, and the low is this candle here. And it's on this move down, the volume shows on which part of the swing there was the most of the volume. The most volume was on this zone here. That's the red line here. And so there were three, let's say, this area here with a lot of volume, this area here with a lot of volume, and this up here. And then you look for confluence with the order blocks, the last buy to sell in this example here before the break of structure. I believe this is the second most volume area, which was not yet tapped in. And why am I still bullish on euro? The price didn't reach the premium zone, so didn't retrace above the 50% of the last swing down. That's one case. One point, there is still some imbalance left here open on a daily, and there was this break of structure here. So last week and at the end of the month, it was very interesting to see what the price did. There was this almost equal highs up here, slight trend line, so lower highs. The price took liquidity from the sellers and the breakout traders. So from the sellers that were selling down and the breakout traders that took long positions above these highs, reversed, took liquidity from this low and this low, and now the price action is bullish again from the start of this week. And yes, the volume profile shows where the price, so usually the price goes into the area where most of the volume was. That's how I use it. And it's also attracted to the area with low volume because there was an imbalance in price, as you can see here. Okay, and this was the last 4-hour buy to sell before the break of structure here. So the price tapped into this zone, went a little bit higher. This is somehow a refined area. The entire zone should be something like this. Okay. And just you have to practice and see how it works. I put the volume from the swing high to the swing low, and it could be applied to all time frames. Even if you go to the 1 minute, let's do it on the 5 minute. Okay, let's say this entire swing down from this candle to this low, where it points. Okay, it was respected for some time, then invalidated. But this is just for confluence, not for I do not trade off of it. You can practice and plot it on the swings, and you see when it is respected and when it is not. So on this move down, it was respected, but there was a lot of imbalance or low volume still down below. So it make equal lows, grab liquidity to go higher then. If you move it to the last swing up, this is the high, this is the low, and you can see the second most volume is down below here. This volume here was invalidated, so I'm expecting the price to tap into this zone here and see what reaction there will be. No, it's not the same as liquidity zones. Liquidity zones are for me, liquidity is the most important aspect to see where it is in trading and match it with the order blocks, which are supply and demand zones, and you have a pretty good understanding of what the price is doing and why. Okay, so once again, this is the major high to be broken on the 5 minute or 15 minute to let's say a switch in major intraday trend. The price didn't manage to do this. I will wait for. So the idea would be a 15-minute candle that closes above this high, and now there is so this 15-minute candle should close above this high, so we have a impulsive move up that broke structure, and then this is the last 15-minute sell to buy. That was not mitigated. This one was mitigated by this wick down here. Anything else? You're welcome, and yeah, I'm glad you find it useful, and thank you too for being here. See you on the next one. Bye.